Good morning and welcome to Newsfirst Prime Time Sunrise.
Hello there, a very good morning and welcome to Newsfirst Prime Time Sunrise with me, Shane Silva, on the 13th of June 2014. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. Several areas to expect rain today. Landslide warnings issued to several districts. Schools in the Hatton Education Zone closed today. Upcountry railway line obstructed by an earth slip in Watervilla. UN says Iraq is facing its biggest threat to sovereignty and territory after a number of years. And 2014 FIFA World Cup gets underway with Brazil beating Croatia after colourful opening ceremony. On to your stories in detail now. A landslide warning has been issued for the next 24 hours for the Kalutara, Nuwara, Kegol, Kandy and Ratnapura districts. Media spokesperson for the Disaster Management Centre, Lal Sarath Kumara, also advised those living in the hill country to remain vigilant.
Many areas in the Central Hills have received high rainfall. Considering that the National Building Research Organisation has issued a landslide warning valid for the next 24 hours for 4 districts. This includes Kandy, Nuwara, Kegol and Ratnapura. The NBRO has also included Baduralia, Palinda Nuwara and Walalabita in the Kalutara district in the landslide warning owing to heavy rains in the area. We request the public in these identified areas as well as in the hills and in areas bordering the hills remain vigilant in this regard.
In the meantime, Nuwara District Secretary DPG Kumarasiri stated that the spill gates of the Laksapana, Castlereagh, Norton Bridge and Upper Kothmale reservoirs have been opened.
Due to the rainfall which is being received to the Nuwara area, Ambagamu and Hatton areas, the water levels of the Lakshapana, Castlereagh, Norton and Upper Kothmale reservoirs have increased. The spill gates of these reservoirs have now been opened. These spill gates will remain open even after the rains have ceased due to the water levels in these reservoirs. At the same time, we are advising those members of the public residing in low-lying areas to remain vigilant of rising water levels, especially those living on either side of the Kalani River, as water levels could rise due to the spill gates being opened. The Disaster Management Centre has deployed personnel to remain vigilant and assist those who are displaced by rising water levels, landslides and the collapsing of earth embankments.
The Disaster Management Centre also says that the Ratnapura, Kuruvita, Alpatha and Kirial areas are underwater and the residents have been evacuated from the danger zones. It was reported that the Kaluganga had also risen to 6 meters. Operations along the upcountry railway line have been affected by the collapse of an earth embankment in the Watervilla area. Accordingly, the night mail train from Colombo to Badulla was cancelled last night. The train scheduled to depart to Colombo from Badulla at 6 a.m. today was also cancelled. All schools in the Hatton Education Zone in the Central Province will be closed today. Chief Minister of the Central Province, Sarath Nayaka, said the measures were taken after considering the recent inclement weather conditions. We decided to declare a holiday for all schools in the Hatton Education Zone today following discussions with the relevant authorities and school principals after the heavy rains in Hatton yesterday and on the complaints on the many difficulties for students to get to school. The District Secretary's request for school premises to house the displaced also led to the decision to close schools today. We hope to consider the progress of the weather during the weekend and reopen schools on Monday if the weather conditions improve. The Uva Posa Nudane, which is being held in Uma Ella in Uva Paranagama Valley Mada, enters its second day today.
The Uva Posa Nudane commenced last afternoon with the arrival of the sacred hair relics of Lord Buddha. The sacred hair relics of Lord Buddha arrived at the Posan zone from the Yatiyalagala Rajamahaviharya. Devotees will also be able to witness a number of attractions including a pandal, lanterns, songs of devotion and a replica of Mihintale at the Uva Pusanudhanaya. A special screening of the Sri Siddhartha Gautama will also take place at the zone along with Newsfirst screen tests. The Uva Pusanudhanaya, which was organized by the Uva Paranagama United Buddhist Society and Newsfirst, is centered around the Sri Sudarshana Rama Purana Viharaya in Umayala, Uva Paranagama.
Five individuals were injured when two vans collided in the Kottava Makumbura area. The accident took place at around 10 last night. The accident took place when one van travelling from Mount Lavinia collided with the other van which was travelling from the Navagamwa area. It was reported that the individuals in the van travelling from Mount Lavinia were on their way to witness Poson festivities. Our area correspondent stated that one of the vans containing 10 people had toppled at the point of collision. The 2014 FIFA World Cup officially got underway yesterday with a colourful opening ceremony before host Brazil beat Croatia 3-1 in the first match, while protesters hit the streets across Brazil to show the government their anger at the cost of hosting the tournament.
A cast of 660 dancers paid tribute to the country's nature, people and football with a show around a living ball on the Arena de Sao Paulo pitch. Performers dressed as trees, flowers and various musical instruments all performed in 3 acts before the central ball opened to reveal singers Claudia Leitte, Jennifer Lopez and rapper Pitbull as they sang the official World Cup song as the finale.
By the regulatory authorities. These are all drama students. The Baianas dancers as well.
The month-long tournament sees 32 nations compete in 64 games. Many fans took to the streets to sing and chant their support for Brazil as excitement built in the hours before the tournament began. But there were also demonstrations from those unhappy with the expense of hosting the tournament. Police in Sao Paulo used tear gas to break up one protest which involved about 50 people, while striking airport workers in Rio de Janeiro blocked a road outside the airport, demanding a wage increase and a World Cup bonus. The strike was to have lasted for 24 hours, but union leaders called it off early for legal reasons. While there was no trouble within the 65,000-seater Arena de Sao Paulo during the opening ceremony, there were complaints about the sound quality.
As mentioned a few minutes back, Neymar wasted little time in living up to his billing as Brazil's World Cup spearheaded when he scored twice to lead the host nation to a 3-1 comeback victory over Croatia in a terrific opening game of the tournament yesterday.
Brazil had fallen behind in the 11th minute when Marcelo diverted a low cross into his own net as Croatia played some neat attacking football. But the host levelled after 29 minutes when Neymar marked his 50th appearance by squeezing a shot from the edge of the box just inside the post. Brazil gradually took control of the Group A game after the break and went ahead when Neymar converted a controversial 71st minute penalty given when Fred went down in the box under the slightest of pressure from Dejan Lovren. Croatia pressed strongly in the final 15 minutes, but Brazil held out and finished on a high when Oscar poked home the third in stoppage time to start a party their fans hope will end with victory in the final on the 13th of July.